Welcome to Mint Movement, where we inspire change and embrace growth. We are diving into the power of student agency and why it's a game changer in education today. In this session, you'll learn how student voice and choice can dramatically boost engagement and achievement, why shifting from teacher-led to student-empowered classrooms matters, and the real strategies that make this shift possible at every grade level. You'll see how simple practices like offering choice, encouraging reflection, and building ownership create a culture where learning belongs to students, not just to the teacher. By the end, you'll walk away with practical steps you can apply right away to strengthen your curriculum, enrich your classroom culture, and inspire students to become independent, motivated learners who are ready to lead their own growth. Student agency is more than a buzzword. It is the heartbeat of modern education. At its core, agency is about giving students ownership of their learning journeys. Instead of education being something that happens to them, it becomes something they actively shape. When students understand that their voice matters, that their choices influence outcomes, and that their ideas have value, learning shifts from compliance to genuine engagement. They no longer participate simply because a teacher told them to. They engage because they see meaning and purpose in the work. This distinction transforms not only their classroom experience, but also their capacity to thrive beyond school. Research and real-world classrooms alike have shown that student voice and choice significantly increase motivation, persistence, and achievement. When learners have opportunities to make decisions about what topics to explore, how to demonstrate mastery, or the pace at which they work, they lean in with more curiosity and creativity. Choice nurtures intrinsic motivation, while voice cultivates a sense of belonging and confidence. Together, these elements allow students to connect their personal identities with their learning, bridging the gap between classroom expectations and real-world relevance. This impact is especially critical in preparing students for the future, where adaptability, problem-solving, and self-direction are indispensable. So how do we, as educators and leaders, begin to foster student agency across grade levels? It begins with intentional classroom strategies that invite students into the process. Even in early grades, simple opportunities like letting students choose the books they read, the roles they take in group projects, or the ways they express their understanding can spark ownership. In middle and high school, strategies like project-based learning, personalized goal setting, and student-led conferences provide deeper avenues for agency. Teachers can create a culture of reflection by asking students not just to complete work, but to think critically about their progress, their strengths, and the areas where they want to grow. These practices send a clear message: your learning is yours, and you have a say in shaping it. Shifting from teacher-led to student-empowered learning environments requires a mindset change as much as a practice change. It's not about relinquishing responsibility or stepping away from structure. Instead, it's about redefining the role of the teacher from being the sole source of knowledge to being a facilitator, coach, and guide. Teachers create the conditions, provide the scaffolds, and offer the encouragement, but students step into the driver's seat. This shift may feel uncomfortable at first, but it pays dividends in engagement, creativity, and resilience. A classroom buzzing with student agency doesn't mean chaos. It means purposeful, self-directed activity where students are trusted to take risks, make choices, and learn from mistakes. Implementing student agency into curriculum and culture is both possible and powerful. Actionable steps include designing curriculum that incorporates student choice in content, process, and product. For example, instead of a single essay assignment, students could demonstrate understanding through a podcast, a video, or a traditional paper. Schools can also build agency into culture by elevating student voice in decision-making, whether that's through advisory boards, student surveys, or leadership opportunities. On a day-to-day level, teachers can normalize practices like goal setting and self-assessment, giving students regular opportunities to reflect and plan for their growth. Over time, these practices build habits of self-awareness, responsibility, and initiative that will serve students for life. When we commit to fostering student agency, We move education away from compliance and toward empowerment. We show students that learning is not about following orders, but about shaping a path, pursuing passions, and developing skills that matter beyond the classroom walls. Agency nurtures learners who are not only academically successful but also emotionally intelligent, self-aware, and prepared to contribute meaningfully to the world. And as educators, isn't that the ultimate goal? By embracing student agency, you are not just improving engagement in the moment. You are building future-ready learners who know how to think, adapt, and lead their own learning journeys. It is one of the most impactful shifts we can make in modern education, and it starts with small, intentional choices in how we listen, design, and empower our students every single day. At Mint Movement, we inspire change and embrace growth. Join us on a journey of empowerment, resilience, and transformation. Together, let's thrive and create a brighter future. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tips on personal growth. As always, inspire change and embrace growth.